Webflow just opened the registrations for their online conference, and I was just looking at their page, and on this section, interestingly, on the speakers section, there is a slider, and when we inspect and try to look at that how this slider is built, so I can see that this is built with Swiper. That's really interesting. Because what does this mean? This means that Webflow's own Swiper element is not that capable, or is not is usable in every use case. That's really interesting. So this means that if Webflow is not using their own slider, which means they are not going to improve that component. And very soon they will announce that we are partnering with Swiper.js, and you can start using Swiper.js in your projects. So I wanted to tell you that I have recorded quite a few videos on Swiper.js just to talk about the fundamentals, to understand how it works. You can also go through this playlist. I can share the link in the description. Or I wanted to show you something which is really interesting. I wanted to teach you something. So you can also try to explore the options we have in Swiper.js in Swiper Studio. So if you write Swiper.js Studio, so you get this link, right? Studio.swiper.js. If you get to this link and you create a new project, so this is what you get. And there you can see that we have all these options. So this is visually looks really good, right? So you can see the options right there. But if you're a developer, so you can get into the documentation and you can just scroll through all these options. And let's say when I click on autoplay, so you can read the documentation and you will know that that we have this option and how to add this option in Swiper.js. So documentation is one way, and this is more developer friendly. But if you don't want to read the documentation, or you hesitate going through all these things, so you can also get into the Swiper Studio and you can see not all, but most of the things right there. And it's visually understandable, right? So now the next thing you can do is you can open ChatGPT and you can say that I just write a prompt, help me with adding the properties to Swiper.js script, wait for my input, right? So if I'm looking at this dashboard and I wanted, okay, so let's just copy the initial script. All right, yeah, this one. Let's just copy this initial script. Let's paste it there. Let's put this inside script tag. And now we can ask ChatGPT, like I wanted to, so let's say that you wanted to autoplay the slides after every 1 second, right? So now after every 1 second, the slides will swipe automatically, and you wanted to add the navigation, right? You wanted to add a loop, so the slides will slide in a loop. Slide 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many slides we have? Okay, after 10 we get the slide 1. Yeah, so we can enable the loop option. We can center the slides, or we can say that slides per view is 3. So now we get 3 slides a view. We can say that let's group the slides. So now if they move, they will move in a group of 3. So you have these options, right? So we can also set the initial slide, and let's start with 5. So we have the 5 in the center. Yeah. So, and once you enable these options, so you can say that, can I copy these elements? No, I cannot. Maybe you can just take the screenshot from here. Yeah. Let's take the screenshot. Let's copy this image and let's paste it right there. So when we add images to ChatGPT, we get a limited prompts. So if you can avoid that, avoid image attachment. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to add all these enabled, to add all these properties to the script which are enabled or having a value. Accept value 0. Let's see how it goes. Right, so now you can see that it added slides per view is 3, slides per group is 3, slides per column is 1, initial slide is 5, loop is true, effect is slide, speed is, yeah, okay. The speed is 300, which means that, yeah, so it should be, yeah, it's there. Okay, perfect. And we have the autoplay, we change the value. This looks really good. So now I know that I just need to copy this script and I can use this on my project. Yeah, so this is another way of using Swiper.js in your projects.